surrounding our local casino beach, have you ever looked out to the waves and thought, what's going on underneath the water? Surprisingly, it's more havoc than most people know about. Being a person interested in marine biology, I'm aware of some of the problems that are heading for the waters closest to home. Recently, biologists have noticed the invasive lionfish claiming more water as their own. Living on the coast is essential. We know the problems that could change the beaches as we know them. So today I'll let you know how lionfish will ruin the ecosystems they inhabit. I will tell you how this will affect the coast and the people enjoying it, and what has to be done to save the panhandle. So most people don't know much about lionfish. I'll share with you what I know and the problems surrounding this species. Documented reports of lionfish have been growing in this region. Lionfish are native to warmer waters of the South Pacific and the Indian Ocean. Non-native regions are spanning from Florida to North Carolina, with juvenile lionfish making their way to New York and Long Island. Lionfish are called non-selective feeders. They've been known to have 50 fish species in their stomach content. They can eat fish 2/3 the length of their own body, and they can expand their stomach 30 times its normal size. Lionfish have up to 18 poisonous spines on their dorsal, anal, and ventral regions. Their poison is composed of proteins, neuromuscular toxins, and acetylcholine. Lionfish stings don't normally cause death in humans, but they can cause pain, sweating, trouble breathing, seizures, delirium, and sometimes heart failure. This information was gathered from Lionfish Fact Sheet, published by NOAA in 2013. Lionfish have an insatiable appetite, and they are also venomous. This gives them the potential to ruin our beach experiments, destroy local fish populations, and the environments they inhabit. Lionfish are non-stop eaters, consuming on average 20 fish in a span of 30 minutes. This rate is much faster than our local fish can reproduce. Having a venomous fish in our waters will also detour tourism. People will shy away from swimming in the Gulf, knowing they have a high chance of coming in contact with the poisonous spines of the lionfish. So let's talk about how lionfish can hurt the panhandle, and they can have negative effects on many things that affect our daily life. This fish leaves a trail of destruction wherever it migrates to. This fish can potentially hurt every person, business, and our local economy. Snapper and grouper fishing bring tourism to our area. With populations being threatened, this can greatly reduce the number of anglers coming to the panhandle. This information was gathered by Lionfish Can Impact Anglers, published by the Daily Southerner in 2013. Fishing in Florida has always been a huge tourist attraction. Without the aid of this added income, our economy could potentially plummet. Lionfish eat 10 times more than any other fish of their weight class. Having said this, they can pose a serious problem to sporting fish in our areas. So what would Pensacola become without tourism? Our local economy could suffer, which will put more strain on our everyday life. Tourism brings on average $51.14 billion annually to Florida. Information gathered from Invest in Tourism, published by Florida Tax Watch in 2012. Loss of tourism could damage our income and severely change our daily spending habits. Not only would our wallets be hurting, but the loss of tourism would be detrimental to locally owned businesses that not only thrive but depend on tourism. This would potentially leave our downtown and boardwalks areas desolate. Lionfish coming to the Gulf Coast can have a devastating effect, but we play the most important role in stopping this movement. The migration of lionfish unfortunately cannot be completely stopped, but there are things we can do to conserve the integrity of our community. One thing is to just spread lionfish information. The more we know, the more we can fight to conserve our natural ecosystems and balance our local economy. So tell your friends, lionfish are delicious to eat. They're also one of the highest in omega-3, which would make a lionfish heart healthy. So if your family enjoys seafood, why not add lionfish to your local menus? Spreading general information can help in huge ways. The more people know about a problem, the more involved they would be to reduce ill effects. So how else can we help ourselves in our home? Open season has been declared on lionfish in hopes it will avidly be fished for, which will aid in the removal. Living on the coast, we should all like to fish. So if you already enjoy spearfishing, instead of fishing for grouper and snapper, we should fish for lionfish. We'll start fishing the predators instead of the already suffering prey. So if you are or know an avid fisherman, Look into lionfish derbies. Lionfish derbies still offer cash prizes of up to $10,000. So that fishermen can get the day on the water, they can potentially get money in their pocket, and they can get the satisfaction of helping the environment. So, knowing this and making small changes to what's on our plates or the end of our hooks, we can fight against this invasive fish, and that will inevitably change the Gulf. In conclusion, as citizens of the coast, we have an obligation to protect our environment, our local economy, and our well-being. So all we have to do is make small changes and spread general information to our friends. Today I told you about the lionfish and the problems they pose to the Gulf. I told you who and what the lionfish will affect, and I let you know some ways that we can stand against this non-native species. So thank you. Remember to spread the information and help save the Gulf.